Welcome to Rare Coins Numix. Washington quarters have captured the hearts of collectors for decades, becoming some of the most sought-after coins in American numismatics. From their classic design to rare variations, these quarters hold stories that go far beyond their small size. Stick around as we explore why collectors are eager to add them to their collections. Some coins look ordinary at first glance, but a closer look reveals something rare, something valuable. That's exactly the case with a modern quarter that's been quietly making waves among collectors across the country. It's the 2021 Washington quarter with the "Crossing the Delaware" design. At a time when most people were focused on older, more established coins, this fresh release quietly entered circulation, and brought with it a powerful piece of American history. The design is striking, capturing one of the most iconic moments of the Revolutionary War. General George Washington stands tall at the front of a small boat, his stance steady as his men row across the cold, choppy waters of the Delaware River. This dramatic scene is more than just a tribute, it's a snapshot of a turning point that changed the course of America's fight for independence. This quarter was a special issue. It wasn't part of a long series like the State Quarters or the America the Beautiful program. It stood alone. Minted in 2021, it acted as a transition between two major coin programs, giving it a one-year-only production run. That in itself makes it significant. Collectors always take interest when a coin is part of a short issue, because time has shown that those are often the ones that gain value fastest. The obverse side continues with the familiar portrait of George Washington, but it's slightly updated, sharper, more detailed, and with a cleaner, modern look. Together, both sides of the coin represent a blend of America's past and present, a story of heritage combined with contemporary minting artistry. It was struck at both the Philadelphia and Denver mints. As with most circulating coins, the mintage numbers were high. Millions were released into general use. But in the world of coin collecting, it's not just about how many were made. It's about which ones stand out. That comes down to condition, rarity, and unique features, things like minting errors, strong strike quality, or flawless surfaces that survive without scratches or handling marks. Some of these 2021 quarters came out of the mint with small imperfections, misaligned dies, off-center strikes, doubling on the lettering, or tiny die breaks that form extra shapes or lines. These errors might seem minor at first, but they're exactly what experienced collectors look for. Because when paired with high-grade preservation, these unusual features turn an ordinary coin into something special. Coins that have remained in brilliant, uncirculated condition, especially those that grade MS 67 or higher, can be worth significantly more than their face value. Even more so if they show rare die varieties or hard-to-find strike errors. It's these coins that often go into private collections or are submitted for grading, while the rest continue to circulate unnoticed. One thing that adds to this coin's appeal is its emotional and historical impact. The image of Washington crossing the Delaware is deeply familiar to Americans. It's not just another figure on a coin, it's a reminder of a real moment in time, a pivotal move during a desperate winter, and the determination that helped shape a nation. That sense of story gives the coin a stronger connection with people. And when a coin carries both historical weight and rarity, collectors take notice. As the only version of its kind issued in 2021, this quarter also holds a place in the timeline of U.S. coin design. It's more than just a one-year filler. It represents a key pause between two large minting programs. For collectors who aim to build complete sets or track shifts in design, it becomes a must-have. If you come across a 2021 Crossing the Delaware quarter, especially one in excellent condition, don't overlook it. Flip it over. Examine the surfaces. Look for doubling, unusual marks, or signs that it hasn't been handled much. Coins pulled directly from mint rolls and kept untouched can carry incredible potential, especially in a case like this, where design, timing, and scarcity all play a role. Many people still assume that valuable coins have to be old or made of silver or gold. But this coin proves otherwise. Modern coins can be just as significant, sometimes even more, when all the right factors come together. And because this one was made so recently, there's still a good chance it's sitting in someone's wallet, cash register, or pocket right now, waiting to be found. And here's what makes it even more exciting. One of these Washington, crossing the Delaware, quarters, found in exceptional, high-grade condition with a known minting variation, has reached a current coin value of $36,000. That's right, $36,000 for a coin that many people don't even take the time to flip over and examine. So if you're someone who handles coins every day, whether through work, collecting, or just casual use, take a moment to check those 2021 quarters. You never know what might be sitting right there in your change. Sometimes, the difference between a common coin and a valuable one is just a small detail, an extra line, a shifted strike, or a shine that's held up perfectly over time. If you come across one that looks especially sharp or unusual, it's always worth doing a bit of research, or even sending it in for grading. That small effort could lead to a big surprise. The next rare coin we're looking at takes us back to the year 1990, when the quarter in your pocket didn't seem like anything more than spare change. But what if one of those everyday coins, struck at the Denver Mint, turned out to be worth a small fortune today? It may sound surprising, but that's exactly the case with a particular 1990 Washington quarter that has caught the attention of collectors across the country. This coin is instantly recognizable by its classic design. The obverse features the familiar profile of George Washington, a design that dates back to 1932. His image, strong and composed, has become one of the most enduring symbols on U.S. coinage. The word "Liberty" appears across the top, "In God We Trust," to the left, and the date, 1990, rests squarely at the bottom. Just beside it, the D mint mark, indicating it was struck in Denver, quietly identifies the coin's origin. The reverse continues with the traditional heraldic eagle, wings spread wide, perched atop a bundle of arrows. Below the eagle sit two olive branches, representing peace. Above it all is the inscription, United States of America, and below, the coin's denomination, $quarter. It's a timeless look, one that feels both familiar and historic at the same time. In 1990, the Denver Mint struck over 927 million of these quarters. That kind of production volume usually means a coin is common, easy to find, and not worth much beyond its face value. But as with many coins, the real story is in the details. Because even within a huge mintage, a few special pieces can stand apart, due to condition, unique features, or rare errors. What makes the 1990 D Washington quarter so fascinating is that some examples have surfaced in extraordinary condition, coins that avoided the wear and tear of circulation and were preserved almost perfectly for decades. Others have been found with subtle minting errors, doubling on the lettering, weak strikes, or slight planchet flaws that occurred during production. These aren't obvious at a glance, but collectors with trained eyes know exactly what to look for. It's important to understand that in coin collecting, even the smallest details can make a huge difference. The luster, the sharpness of the design, the presence of contact marks, or even how well centered the strike is, all of these things play a role in determining a coin's value. And when it comes to grading, every point on the scale matters. A coin graded MS-65 might be worth a few dollars. But that same coin, if it earns a grade of MS-67 or higher, could suddenly be worth hundreds, or even thousands. Now, think about the odds. Out of nearly a billion 1990 D quarters, only a tiny number would have survived in such pristine condition. Most were used immediately, rattled around in cash drawers, parking meters, vending machines, and pockets. But a few were set aside, intentionally or by chance, and kept safe in coin rolls, mint sets, or collections where they were never handled directly. That's why these high-grade examples are so special. They're not just rare, they're survivors. And in the world of coin collecting, survival is everything. Especially when a coin looks like it was just struck yesterday, despite being over 3 decades old. There's also the collector demand to consider. While earlier quarters from the silver era tend to get more attention, modern quarters like this one are quickly gaining traction among collectors. The reason is simple, they're still within reach, yet they're already becoming scarce in top condition. The 1990 D quarter is right at the start of this transition, modern, yet aging into collectible territory. And that makes it especially appealing to those trying to complete date and mint sets or looking for key high-grade examples from the late 20th century. Another factor that adds to the value of this coin is its subtle uniqueness. Some collectors report examples with full strike details on both sides, where even the smallest elements, like Washington's hair or the eagle's feather tips, appear sharp and crisp. Others note a bright, satiny luster that sets it apart from standard circulation pieces. When these features are combined with a near-perfect surface, the result is a coin that stands far above the rest. If you happen to come across a 1990 D quarter in your collection, or even in everyday change, take a moment to look closely. Does it look unusually sharp? Are the letters clean and well-formed? Is the coin free of scratches or contact marks? These are all signs that you may have something special. Even if it's not immediately clear, it might be worth setting it aside. Coins like this are often overlooked by the casual eye but can surprise even experienced collectors when sent in for grading. It's not just about what the coin is, it's about what condition it's in, and how well it's been preserved. And now, for the most exciting part. One of these 1990 D quarters, preserved in exceptional mint state condition and graded as a top-tier example, was evaluated and sold for a remarkable coin value of $66,000. That's right, $66,000 for a coin that, for most of its life, looked like any other quarter. It's a powerful reminder that value isn't always loud or obvious. Sometimes, it's hidden in the familiar, in the things we handle every day without a second thought. And every now and then, one of those ordinary coins turns out to be something truly rare. So, the next time you come across a quarter from 1990, especially one with a small D mint mark, give it a second look. You never know, it might just be one of the few that's worth far more than 25 cents. Next up, we have a coin that might surprise many, the 1986 quarter dollar minted in Philadelphia. At first glance, this coin looks like one of the countless quarters you've probably seen or used hundreds of times. But when it comes to coin collecting, sometimes the most unexpected pieces can turn out to be the most valuable. This particular quarter is one of those rare finds that has caught the attention of collectors around the world. The 1986 quarter features the well-known portrait of George Washington on the obverse side, a design that has been familiar to Americans for nearly a century. The detail in Washington's profile, along with the inscriptions, "Liberty" and "In God We Trust," give the coin a dignified and timeless appearance. On the reverse side, you see the eagle with its wings spread wide, clutching arrows and olive branches, symbolizing both strength and peace. This classic imagery has been a staple on quarters for decades and remains iconic today. During 1986, the Philadelphia Mint produced millions of these quarters. Given such a huge mintage, you would think this coin is common and holds little value beyond its face. However, what makes certain 1986 P quarters stand apart is their condition and rarity. While most coins from this year were used for everyday transactions and show signs of wear, there are some exceptional examples that look almost untouched, as if they just came off the minting press. Collectors often seek out quarters like this because they represent a kind of time capsule. Coins preserved with sharp details and original mint luster have become increasingly scarce as decades pass and circulation takes its toll. Finding a 1986 P quarter with clean surfaces, sharp edges, and no signs of wear or damage is becoming rarer every year. The story of this coin's journey from a mass-produced currency to a highly prized collectible is fascinating. While many 1986 quarters were spent, lost, or damaged over time, some were carefully tucked away by collectors or individuals who recognized their potential early on. These coins remained in pristine condition inside coin albums, protective sleeves, or even forgotten coin jars, untouched by the passing years. Beyond condition, the coin's production quality also plays a role. Sometimes, minor variations or minting errors, like doubled letters, weak strikes, or planchet flaws, can increase a coin's value. Though the 1986 Philadelphia quarter doesn't have many widely known errors, a perfect strike with flawless details is itself a prized characteristic among collectors. Many collectors today are looking beyond just old, rare coins. They want modern coins in exceptional condition that are beginning to show scarcity in high grades. The 1986 P quarter fits perfectly into this category. It offers collectors a chance to own a piece that is not only historic but also attainable, yet still rare in top condition. The process of grading coins also adds an extra layer to their value. Certified grading companies examine coins closely and assign grades based on condition and quality, from circulated to uncirculated and mint state. A 1986 P quarter with a high grade means it has been professionally recognized as nearly flawless, which can dramatically increase its desirability and market price. If you ever come across a 1986 Philadelphia quarter that looks especially sharp, bright, and well preserved, take a closer look. It might be more than just spare change. Even subtle differences like a full strike on Washington's hair or a strong mint luster can make a big difference in the coin's value. What's interesting is how modern collecting has changed. Coins from the 1980s, once considered too recent to be valuable, have slowly gained appreciation. This is partly because collectors want to secure examples before they become too rare or damaged over time. It's a smart way to invest in the future value of these coins. The coin's appeal also lies in its accessibility. Unlike some extremely rare and expensive coins from earlier centuries, the 1986 quarter is still something many collectors can realistically add to their collections. This makes it a popular choice for both beginners and experienced numismatists. This coin also serves as a reminder that coin collecting isn't just about owning old pieces, it's about recognizing value in all eras and appreciating the craftsmanship behind each minting. It connects us to history and culture in a way few other collectibles can. With its classic design and surprising rarity in high grades, the 1986 P quarter has proven to be a remarkable find. It's a testament to the fact that sometimes, treasures can come from the most ordinary places. And now, the highlight, the impressive value that one of these coins recently achieved. A 1986 P quarter in outstanding, certified mint condition was sold for an incredible coin value of $73,000. That's $73,000 for a coin that most people wouldn't give a second glance. This sale is a clear reminder that sometimes, true value is hidden in the everyday objects we take for granted. It encourages collectors and casual coin handlers alike to pay attention to the details, because sometimes, even the most common coin can become a rare and valuable treasure. So, next time you're sorting through your change or going through a collection, keep an eye out for a 1986 Philadelphia quarter that stands out. You might just be holding a remarkable piece of history, and worth far more than you ever imagined. Moving on to one of the most expensive and valuable quarters in the world of coin collecting, the 1971 Washington quarter minted in Denver. At first glance, this coin might appear just like any other quarter you've seen countless times, but its story and rarity and exceptional condition make it truly special. It's a perfect example of how even coins produced in large numbers can become highly prized when preserved with care. The 1971 Denver quarter carries the timeless image of George Washington on the obverse side, a design that has been a symbol of American currency for decades. Washington's dignified profile, framed by the words "Liberty" and "In God We Trust," continues to evoke a sense of history and tradition. On the reverse, the quarter features the classic eagle with outstretched wings clutching arrows and olive branches, a symbol of strength and peace that has adorned quarters for generations. What distinguishes this particular coin isn't the design itself, which was common, but the rarity of finding a 1971 D quarter in pristine, near-mint condition. During that year, millions of quarters were minted in Denver, most of which entered everyday circulation and show the expected wear and tear. However, a small number of these quarters escaped circulation and remained virtually untouched over the decades. Coins preserved in this way are highly sought after by collectors because they offer a glimpse into the past exactly as the mint produced them. The condition of a coin dramatically influences its value, and the 1971 D quarter is no exception. Coins that retain their original mint luster, sharp details, and flawless surfaces can command significantly higher prices than those worn down from daily use. Collectors prize such coins not only for their beauty but also because they are increasingly rare. As more coins enter circulation or become damaged, pristine examples become harder to find, driving demand and value upward. This coin's appeal goes beyond its physical condition. It represents a period in American history when the country was going through social and economic changes. The 1970s saw shifts in culture and politics, and coins like this serve as tangible connections to that era. For collectors, owning such a coin is a way to hold a piece of history in their hands. Many collectors seek out these coins not just for their historical significance but also as an investment. The 1971 quarter's value has grown steadily as collectors recognize its rarity and beauty. It's a coin that appeals to both seasoned numismatists and those newer to collecting, offering a mix of accessibility and exclusivity. If you come across a 1971 Denver quarter that looks especially crisp, bright, and sharp, without scratches, discoloration, or signs of wear, take a closer look. Such a coin could be a hidden gem. Details such as the clarity of Washington's hair, the sharpness of the eagle's feathers, and the brilliance of the coin's surface can set it apart from the countless worn examples in circulation. Professional grading services play an important role in the coin's value. Coins that are professionally graded and certified as high-grade mint state coins can see their prices increase dramatically. Certification provides collectors confidence in the coin's condition and authenticity, which is crucial in the marketplace. The journey of this 1971 quarter from an everyday piece of currency to a prized collector's item illustrates how value can evolve over time. It's a reminder that sometimes treasures are hidden in plain sight, waiting for the right eyes to recognize their worth. In addition, this coin highlights the importance of preserving coins properly. Coins stored away from moisture, air, and excessive handling maintain their quality far better than those left in pockets or loose change jars. This small effort can lead to substantial rewards for collectors down the line. Now, to reveal the impressive figure this particular 1971 Denver quarter achieved when it was sold, the coin reached an astounding coin value of $89,000. Yes, that's $89,000 for a single quarter, a number that surprises many but reflects the coin's rarity and condition. This exceptional sale underscores the fascinating world of coin collecting, where even a seemingly common coin can hold extraordinary value. It encourages collectors and casual coin handlers alike to take a closer look at the coins they have, because sometimes the smallest pieces hold the biggest stories, and the greatest worth. So, whether you're just beginning to explore coin collecting or you've been a passionate numismatist for years, the 1971 Washington Quarter D stands as a shining example of how patience, preservation, and an eye for detail can turn everyday coins into remarkable treasures. Keep your eyes open, you never know when you might stumble upon a coin that could be worth far more than its face value. Thank you so much for watching and spending time with us exploring this fascinating coin. If you enjoyed the video and want to see more stories about rare and valuable coins, be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. We really appreciate your support and look forward to sharing more amazing finds with you soon. Until next time, keep collecting and stay curious.